What is clarity? Clarity is knowing what you want. Clarity is believing you know how things work. Clarity is coherency. And clarity is unambiguous comprehension. Well then, how do you get to know what you want? Before we try to answer that question, let's discuss some aspects of clarity that have an impact on your life. First, I'll talk about implicit versus explicit clarity. It might be clear what explicit clarity is. Believing you know what something is, how something works, or what you want. Implicit clarity, on the other hand, is the clarity you have in your subconscious mind. The subconscious part of your mind consists of your knowledge and beliefs about how things work or how you want things to be that you have never made explicit or thought about. These thoughts are part of you. These thoughts are your identity. This implicit clarity consists of the absence of ambiguity in your beliefs, knowledge, and even thoughts. An example of implicit ambiguity is when you have conflicting inner beliefs, or when you have an inner affection and a dislike for a certain person without knowing where either one of those feelings comes from. Additionally, there can be dissonance between your implicit and explicit beliefs or thoughts. This is what I sometimes have struggled with, and my implicit thoughts were not always aligned with my explicit thoughts. This cognitive dissonance can have a paralyzing effect as you are in debate with yourself. An example scenario could be, intuitively I don't like this person, but when I think about it, all our conversations have been great. Your subconscious mind might want X, a sort of unexplainable attraction or intuition, while your conscious mind might want Y. So I believe I like Y because of this and that. Figuring these things out, getting clarity on what causes the dissonances in your thoughts is incredibly valuable. This is because you will discover what you truly want, what the underlying reasons for your desires are, putting you at the spot where you can confidently make the decisions you believe are right for you. Now, on to the main question, how to achieve clarity. I have found 4 ways of which you can choose any and all to achieve clarity, namely journaling, meditation, experimentation with life, and exercise with a goal. You can journal to create clarity on many different things. For example, how you want to live your life or getting to know what you want. To do this, you can ask yourself several different questions, like what do I really enjoy in my current life? And if you have a certain problem, you can ask yourself, what would other people think of this problem? With journaling, you can create and answer any question for yourself. This offloads your thoughts onto the paper, freeing your mind to come up with new thoughts about the topic and gaining clarity. Another tool to gain clarity is meditation. I meditate using an app called Balance, which provides personalized meditations and meditation plans for specific topics that are relevant to your life. I've, for example, completed a happiness plan, a productivity plan, and a relaxation plan. The personalization works by asking the user a short quiz before the meditation and then basing that meditation on that quiz and all the previous quizzes you have already filled in. And the guidance I received by one of the coaches on this app has been very authentic and pleasurable, so I highly suggest you try it out. The next tool for getting clarity is experimentation with life. Say you do not have clarity on whether you want to pursue music or you are doubting which sport to start. In this case, I would suggest you to just take a path. Start something and be your own experiment. And even if it's the wrong decision, you can always choose the other path later. After this, you will for sure have learned some things by following this wrong path. You will have learned something about yourself, specifically what you want. The final tool you can use to gain clarity is exercise with a goal. You can define a question or problem for yourself before you start to exercise. And then, during the exercise, think about ways to solve this problem, to gain a different perspective, and simply gain some clarity on this topic. As your thoughts are not focused on anything else, it can be very useful to gain some clarity in this way. A small subtopic I want to get into is attention. Nowadays, many people are constantly switching their attention. They're multitasking, using social media, which kind of distracts them sometimes, and having multiple inputs at the same time. And this can cause a reduction in people's time to think about themselves and think with themselves. I will not go deeper into this here, but reducing your daily time where you frequently switch your attention or expose yourself to external stimuli can greatly improve clarity and focus in your life. Finally, settle for semi-clarity. Given any topic you have tried to gain clarity about, perhaps using one of the 4 tools we discussed earlier, it might be the case that you simply cannot seem to wrap your head about some topic. Then I suggest that you think about accepting this partial clarity and move on. It can be hard to gain clarity on topics, but ruminating about them for days on end can be draining and redundant. Life can be lived and enjoyed without clarity, and eventually this clarity might come to you by itself. Therefore, it's this principle I often come back to settle for semi-clarity. Of course, these are only my thoughts on the topic, on how to gain more clarity and how to handle the lack of clarity in my life. So I would be really interested if you could share your thoughts on this topic too. If you want to, you can share them in the comment section. And I hope you found this interesting. Thank you for watching.